What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Strong Family Money Podcast. I'm Andres. So, this episode is either going to change your life or piss you off. And that's probably a good place to be. You never know what's going to do either. So, I hear a lot of people, I've spoken to a lot of people when I tell them what I'm doing, what I want to do, right? They always say that they don't have time for that, right? I don't have time to do that. I'm too busy. I don't have time to do any of that stuff, right? I always walk away thinking, they're not telling me the whole truth. That's impossible. I mean, there may be people out there that have every hour of their day scheduled with something to do, but most of the time I think that's just something that they tell themselves to, and because I'm going to tell you guys why in a minute. They don't have time for something new, but in the same breath they tell me how much they dislike their job, or they don't like the way they look, or aesthetically, not physically, not like plastic surgery or anything like that, but they don't like the way they look, not comfortable in their skin, they're bored, so they tell we don't have time, but then they tell me how much they don't like what's going on in their personal circle, their personal life. So when I started, right, so like these individuals that I speak to, right, I have 4 kids, I have a wife, I have full-time job that takes at times more than 40 hours a week to do. So what I did when I started doing this is I sat down with a piece of paper, or you can use an online calendar, whatever you want to use. And I found, I have my notes over here, so I'm looking that way. I found, 20 hours a week where I can work on what I want to work on. Part-time job, right? 20 hours a week. I sat down with my piece of paper. I filled in, this is when I'm going to sleep. This is when I work. The kids have activities these days. I got to spend time with the family here, right? And then I found 20 hours, right? And if that means that you sleep only 5, or you go to bed at 1 in the morning, right? If you really want to change what's going on with you, then finding 20 hours is probably the minimum that you need to find to get something going, right? So you sit down and you fill in your work hours, you fill in your school hours, you fill in your kids' activities, you put them in a calendar, you put in what hours you sleep, right? You define what you want to accomplish, right? So if you say, I want to, whatever. Let's just use physical fitness as an example. I want to lose 20 pounds and I want to look like a magazine model, right? So you need to find 20 hours, you define what you want to accomplish, and then you just fill in, you make a list, you write down, same piece of paper, you write a list, right? So if I want to be a supermodel, right? Lose 20 pounds, go to the gym, right? Get a tan, whatever. And you're going to say, okay, what does that mean, lose 20 pounds? So that means I have to go to the store this day and this day to buy groceries, right? And the groceries are this. So I have to add this time and this time so I can cook my food and pack my food for the week. I would suggest not doing meal prep for the week. In my experience, by the end of the week of your prepped food, it's gross and dry because that's what the fridge does, it dries it out. So I would do at least 2 meal preps a week, but that's a different video. So you meal prep, right? This is when I would need a meal prep, right? And this is how many meals I need, and this is when I'm going to eat my meals, right? Because you want to stay on track. You don't want to, you're already eating less calories than you're used to. You definitely don't want to skip meals. So you say I'm going to breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, right? Post-workout shake. This is when I'm going to have them, right? You put that on your calendar, right? Then you say, all right, now I got to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym this many days a week. I'm going to go to the gym at this time. I'm going to go to the gym from here to here. And this is the plan that I'm going to use, right? Side note, give every plan you try at least 6 months before you decide that it's working for you or not. Again, different episode. So you say, this is when I'm going to go to the gym, right? You say, okay, now I need to do some cardio because I got to lose weight. So you say, okay, these days that I'm not going to the gym, I'm going to do my cardio. Suggest not going to the gym every day, every other day, 2 on, 1 off, whatever. So the days you're not in the gym, you go for a walk. This is when I'm going for a walk, right? I need to then sleep this many hours to recover. Blah, 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 blah. You write that down. I'm sleeping this time to recover, right? Once every few weeks, hey, I'm new to this. I should get some sort of chiropractic work or massage. Bam, put it in your calendar as time, right? I'm white as a ghost. Never taken my shirt off before. Super white. Gotta go get a tan. I'm gonna use some of my 20 hours to go for a tan. So if you do 20 hours a week over a long period of time, that's gonna add up to success, right? So you don't stop until you reach your goal. Once you reach your goal, then you can start on a different goal. You say, okay, now I want to figure a way, right, to make $10,000 extra a year, right? So you're going to say, okay, it's the same thing. You schedule your time, you find 20 hours, you make a list, and you start scheduling everything in. And at the end, you're going to find out a few things about yourself, right? Every time you schedule your time to accomplish something, you're going to find out a few things about yourself. You're going to find out that you're more capable than you thought you were. You're going to find out that this is fun, right? You have a goal to work towards, and it's a fun thing to do, right? And you're going to find out that you were your own worst enemy, which is probably the most important thing that you're going to figure out. Because once you solve that problem, then everything else is cake. Once you stop getting in your own way, then you'll accomplish a lot more. Being your own worst enemy is just your mind trying to be safe, and no one wants to fail, and your brain doesn't want you to feel failure, so it's going to say, I don't have time to do any of this stuff. But everyone has time to go out to eat and binge on Netflix and play video games, and we're going on vacation every weekend, or whatever other thing that you want to do that's fun, but it's not contributing to changing your life, and it's taking time away from what you want to do, right? You can find 20 hours easy. You can find more than that, probably, yeah. So anyway, sit down, write down the things that you need to do. And I'm not saying not to take a vacation, right? After a certain amount of time in between goals, yeah, take a vacation because you earned it. You accomplished something. You're a different person. In that time, you probably saved a bunch of money because instead of spending it in those 20 hours, you were at home doing something. So you go out for your vacation and you go right back to work, right? So twice a year, if you spend 20 hours a week for 6 months, twice a year, 2-3 years, you're a new person with a totally new set of skills that can do whatever they want. And then going forward, anything new is not a problem. If you don't take anything else away from this video, then you take that away, right? If you spend a certain amount of time, over a certain amount of time, you're a new person. And then you're changed for life. So anyway, sit down, plan out your time, and you'll be a new person in no time. So yeah, this is the Strong Family Money Podcast. I'm Andres. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll have my email somewhere on the page. I'd be happy to talk to you about what you're going through, or anything that you think is important to share with me. And I'll talk to you guys next time.